This week on the Spotlight, we talk to one of the injured bullpen guys and find out what's up. Then we talk to Robin Ventura 2014. The reason I say that, I'm foreshadowing something that's coming up. Then we talk to the Blackhawks of the 90s, going way back in time. And we flash back to some Bulls, the Michael Jordan era, this week. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove. Benkowski Trivia there, alternate Wednesdays, the next July 16th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game at 1750 East 55th Street, right by the lake. Get to the Cove. I'll see you over there. We'll have a good time. You've got to get to Wax On, Wax Off Salon and Spa at 1044 West Taylor Street in Chicago. The phone number 312-226-1473. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company has money-making opportunities in the area of real estate. Buy Chicagoland properties. Profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Want to make money? Call the T-Wax Company. Union Park Bar and Grill, a great place, open at 11 a.m. daily at Jackson and Racine. A huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff. They got a parking lot, daily specials, always fun. I always have a good time at Union Park Bar and Grill. You've got to get to Amelia's Bar and Grill. They're open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Limode Cerdo, Potrero and Mar, Ceviche al Limon, Salmon al Carbone, a new cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, sangria, and so much more at Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. Lisa Davis, Insurance and Tax Services, can help you at 107th and Western, specializing in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution, and insurance for your business, auto, home, or life. Call them at 773-873-8977. They'll help you like they helped me. Lisa Davis Services. We're back in the Spotlight, and some of the trouble that the White Sox have suffered this year has been because of a couple relievers. In my opinion, guys who would have pitched the 8th and 9th. I thought Lindstrom was the 8th inning guy. I thought Jones was the 9th inning guy, but they're both out. However, we've been seeing Lindstrom around the ballpark lately, and so, as we're prone to do, kind of like the guy turns around and suddenly there's a bunch of microphones on him, and so that was the case for Matt Lindstrom as he described his health situation and the idea of closing or being a late inning guy.
I've been keeping track of the team and seeing how they've been doing, and I think, I don't know what the doctors, I'm going to meet them here in a minute, but I'm talking to the trainers and stuff. They think I'm about a week ahead of schedule just from like acupuncture and laser treatments and stuff I did while I was away from the team. So I'm pretty optimistic about it. I've already played catch without the boot on 3 or 4 times, and it feels pretty good. So I'm excited to get going. And I tried to do whatever I could the last month once I got that cast off to expedite the healing process a little bit with those different types of treatments and stuff. So it's gone well so far. So
what do you have to do to maybe be able to get a bullpen session in without the boot on? What's sort of the steps you have to take?
I think the biggest thing, the dorsal flexion up and down, that's no big deal. It's the side-to-side movements in your ankle. That's what happened with the injury was, making a quick move side to side like that. So the landing and everything like that with a bullpen wouldn't be the big thing. Is if a guy laid a bunt down again, how would I react to going and shooting myself off the mound? So I think that's the only thing that you got to worry about first. But it's going to take a little bit of time to get that side to side movement going. But up and down, walking, like I can do that normal, like a normal person now. It's kind of nice.
You've been watching this bullpen evolve and young guys and the veterans come and go. It's kind of, is it hard for you to watch, or is it hard for you to not be a part of that?
Anytime you have to go through something like that in the middle of the season, it's tough just with, it's not really a revolving door, but it's just, guys being asked to do things they've never really done before. And you can look at the bright side also down the road. The guys in this bullpen, they're going to have a ton of experience doing these later inning roles as we go forward. So nothing's going to be a surprise to them. So you got to learn sometime, and it's good for us. So we still got a lot of baseball left. So I think we just take one day at a time and just try to throw up zeros. That's really the mentality we have. So
why is it so hard for eighth and ninth? What makes it so much more difficult?
Just you're the last man standing. The end of the game's in the ninth inning. Your team's been busting their butt all game to try to pull out a W, and they've done your part. Now it's your turn to do yours. So it's just falls on your shoulders. It's the nature of the role. It's very volatile, and that's why we like it. That's why there's so much pressure. It's the way it is.
If you had an optimistic timetable, could you see yourself in a minor league assignment within a month, or when do you?
I think so, but I'm not going to put any timetables on it. I did that in spring training with the other thing I dealt with, and that didn't work too good, so I'm just going to take it day by day.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Come to Lindy's and Gertie's for lunch or whatever meal. 110th and Kedzie in Chicago. Burgers, hot dogs, salads, chicken, steak, kids menu, shakes, floats, soft serve. Good stuff at Lindy's Gertie's, 110th and Kedzie. You will like it. I like it. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. You've got to get to Salerno's, not just to eat and drink, but to play my trivia game. Thursday, July 10th, and again on the 24th at 8 p.m. It's at Grand and Racine. They got a nice parking lot, great people. Play trivia at Salerno's. Thursday, July 10th and 24th. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality at Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. We're back in the spotlight. It's time to talk Robin Ventura. He's the manager of the White Sox. He has perspective on the pitching, the hitting, the coaching, every element of the team. He's got a handle on it. He has an opinion about it. There is one question that I try to get him to discuss of more of a front office nature. You can see how that goes now. Robin Ventura has weathered a lot of storms with a ton of injuries this year, but a lot of the hitters are back, only missing a couple of pitchers. And the big question is, can they close out games? The starting pitching has been giving 7 and 8 fine innings, and you just got to get those last 3 to 6 outs. Robin,
People like
I hope
doing
you can
that,
do
and
it.
they feel like that won't mess with their game, and some people play in a scramble and it'll screw them up for a long time. So he's mature enough to decide that on his own.
Do you think there's extra pressure of wanting to be respectful to the city of Chicago, the Major League Baseball, just the event
Well,
itself?
there's part of it just because everybody wants him to do it.
Yeah.
Do I think he would win it? Probably. Just watching him on a daily basis, he has as good a chance as anybody to win it. Do you want to do that at what you would think would be at the cost of your swing and your production from here on out? That's for him to decide. If he thinks he can do it and still, keep his timing and all the things that make him a good hitter, then he could do it.
Do you
With
think
the
him
injury-
having missed time with that injury, Robin, gave that? Do you think him having missed time with the ankle injury earlier gave him a perspective of, I really don't want to miss any more time. So he's kind of erring on the side of caution.
I don't think it has to do with the injury as much, but I get what you're saying is, it's probably changed his perspective on whether he's missing it for an injury or whether he's not playing well, of what he means to our lineup. And I think that's really where his head's at right now, is if he feels like he can do it without jeopardizing anything, I think he would do it. Because it is fun. I mean, it's a fun event, and he deserves to go and get acknowledged and be part of the best players in the game. But it is the home run contest, so it can mess you up.
With the injuries you've survived and where you're at right now, if you were talking to your front office tomorrow and they said, are we in it for the long haul, would you say let's be buyers, in your opinion?
I like my team, but I'm not going there. I'm not telling you we're trading people or getting people, so I'm not going there.
On Bree, now that he's got half a year, 300 plus plate appearances, are there subtle differences that you see from him now to the start of the season?
I think he's starting to understand when people are going to pitch to him and when they're going to pitch around him. I think early on he was swinging a lot, being very aggressive on situations where guys are going to pitch around, no matter who's batting behind him. There's just some teams that aren't going to give him anything to hit, and I think smarter pitchers are going to do that, where they just, they throw something out there hoping that he'll swing. He's getting a lot better at just understanding that, and when to be aggressive, when not to, and I think that's been the learning curve for him is understanding that.
Oh, we talked to Matt today. He said he was going to talk to the doctors. Have you guys gotten any progress?
I just saw him today, so he looked. I saw him working out back with Herm, so I'll talk to him a little bit later. But he looks good as far as moving around, and it's good that he doesn't have a boot or anything that he's going around in.
During your road trip, Colin, you kind of concentrated on them wanting your players not striking out as much, and it seemed there was numerous games where that was better. Do you see an improvement in that area, and is it something that you can really quantify for them, on a game-by-game basis, and see if it's positive or not?
Guys are going to strike out. There's certain guys that have done it for. Adam is going to strike out. That's been there forever. But it's how you strike out. It's when you strike out. When there's time to shorten up and get a guy over. That stuff's been better. We're getting ourselves in situations that we have a chance to score, even late in games, and you just have to be able to take advantage of it. I think even we had a couple games there in Toronto, we ended up winning them, but you have bases loaded, no outs, you don't get anything out of it. Yesterday Tyler had a nice hit. We had second and third, and you get 2 extra runs, which become pretty important when you're going into the 9th inning. So it is getting better as far as guys, understanding what the consequences are when you don't do it and when you need to shorten up, and instead of trying to do too much, you can pass it on to the next guy and let him do his job, and you probably get a few more runs out of it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Try to keep it spotted.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta. Great donuts and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Easy to reach, 6353 West 79th Street. On Thursdays, $1.50 Miller and Old Style. Trivia alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. They have $15 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day. Little Frank's on 79th. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. Welcome to another edition of the Benkowski Sports Spotlight. Of course, we're at the friendly confines, but baseball is not the top story today, even though we will have several interviews with the Sox and Cubs who met here last Monday. The story is definitely hockey. The Blackhawks in the finals for the first time since 1973, and they are looking like a team that just could very well win it all. We talked to some of the Hawks recently at the stadium about the reaction to playing the Pittsburgh Penguins, the defending champions.
Yeah.
Think your club is playing beyond its talent level?
No.
I mean, you have a lot of experienced players like yourself who've been there, but the people all along who, given the personnel changes you made, thought that you gave up a lot of scoring, point shooters and such, and that your extreme level of work, you simply outwork teams. What about that theory?
Well, that wins hockey games. You outwork teams. You play within your system. Our system is a hard-working system, and you got to have dedication from every team member, and you got to have sacrifice from every guy, and we're getting that. And it's a team game, and when you get that from every individual, you're going to have success. And that wasn't. Not one of us in here believed we never scored enough goals throughout the season. We all believe that playoff hockey is you're going to have to win games 2-1, 1-0, 3-1, and we have. And ever since the the playoffs started, we've won games in all different types, all different kinds of games. And what that is that's character and that's confidence. And so by asking me the question, if you think we're playing over heads, absolutely not.
To say a team like Pittsburgh with a tremendous scoring reputation and a cup under their belt, for you to face them with the nature of team, you look to be two different kinds of teams, and this could be a pretty classic example of your style winning out.
Well, I look at it where, there's no question that they got a lot of offense and they rely on a lot of offense, but I look at it where I think they threw a few things in to surprise the Rangers when they were playing, how well they played defensively, Pittsburgh did, and if they want to play that way, they can, but our style obviously is real hard-working, aggressive, physical, but with a lot of discipline and composure style of hockey. And when we do that, we have a lot of success. And it's proven in these 11 games that that hard work and determination from every guy and staying within the system will be successful against a team that wants to play a run and gun hockey. And and that's why we're at where we are today, is because playing that way.
Remember when the Blackhawks were in the finals when you were a kid?
Well, I remember watching on TV when they lost out to Montreal. I remember watching that, but you always remember certain things. I remember when Lemaire scored that goal from outside the blue line, and I remember where I was watching it in the basement of some neighbor's house. So, you remember things like that.
Did you ever think then that you'd be in that same situation that many years later?
No, you're just a kid then, and you always, back then everybody wished they were Bobby Hull or Stan Mikita.
Just nothing serious. You just you played hockey and pretended you were your favorite star.
Do you remember being crushed when that goal went in?
Oh yeah. I think everybody in our block was in the neighbors' houses, and sad, but hockey was big, really big back then in those days, especially in Chicago. But when you're a kid, you don't take it as hard.
Jeremy said he hasn't been on a roll like this since he was in Pee Wee or midget hockey. Can you liken this streak you're on to anything you've done previously in hockey?
Well, no, because it was a record. The amount of games we've won consecutively in the playoffs, and since I've been pro, I don't think I've been on a team that's, I obviously haven't been on a team that's been on that kind of string. Regular season, we've had, periods of time where we've gone without a loss, but this is, the playoffs is, what it's all about, and probably that's the most important streak that I've ever been involved with. It's this consecutive win in the playoffs.
And finally, the question: what about the Penguins? What do you do to stop them?
They're by far the best team we're going to face, in this Stanley Cup run now, and I think they've got a little more depth than the teams we faced before, where it was with one line. Now you've got two solid lines and maybe even three that can score. And we've just got to continue to play the same way we have been, and key on the finesse players: Yager, Lemieux, Stevens, Tocchet. It goes on that Francis is capable of hurting you offensively, and their defense. Larry Murphy's the key for that.
And we'll be back with more after these important messages.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink, at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You've got to get to Mad Anthony's Bar and Grill. Great pizza, drinks, and more. Private party room available. And my trivia game, Friday, July 11th at 6 p.m. Easy to reach at 3350 West 47th Street. Just fun all the time. Mad Anthony's.
We're back in the spotlight, and it's taken a strange turn for the Chicago Bulls. The defending champions now seem to be, occasionally, head cases. Classic overconfidence, in my assessment, at least in a couple of games so far in this year's playoff, to the point where some nasty writers have called them the Sibbles. Kind of a takeoff on Otis Wilson's nickname for Mike Ditka a few years ago for the changing personality of their beloved coach. Well, let's analyze the Bulls and the Cavaliers and see what's going on inside those Bulls' heads. Larry Nance has been playing against the Bulls for about 12 or 13 years. Has he ever seen them look this bad?
No, I've never have seen him like that, especially with Michael Jordan on the court. He's such a great player that he usually normally never missed that many shots, but he did tonight, and we're thankful for it.
How much of that was your defense, Larry?
Well, I'm not sure. They're a good team. They took good shots, and they happened to miss some good shots. So we played good D, but they make those shots even when we play good D, so I'm not sure.
Well, I want to give people rest, and I was going to pick my spots where I could get those guys in sometimes toward the end of a quarter, because then if I get them in for 2 minutes, then I got 2 minutes between, so that's 4 minutes rest for the man that I'm taking out. So we try to pick our spots in doing that.
You were obviously very upset.
But that's not what I read. I read that was only one guy upset, our general manager. But you're right, I was.
Tell the team that they know.
Yes, they knew how upset I was. But as I told you, they were upset too, because they feel that they are a better team than they show.
Why were they so
It's nothing simple. You know that. There's nothing easy about our game. We were aggressive. We were active. We moved the ball. We had a terrific game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was embarrassment. We came out and really, I guess, dumped all over ourselves. I mean, it was embarrassing, but I mean, we put ourselves in this position. The only thing we got to do now is just go there and bounce back.
Scotty, there was no jump shots falling. Did you guys make any concerted effort to take it to the hole more, see if you can get some free throws going like in that second quarter?
Well, we tried. I mean, Nance did a great job of clogging the lane up. Not just him, the whole team, but I mean, he was definitely a big intimidator for his shot blocking tonight.
When did you guys think that it was over and kind of resign yourself to going to Cleveland?
Well, we came out and we was going to try to break into the lead right there, in the third. Would give us about 10 minutes, man. We never could really get any breaks, get any runs put together to really get our momentum changing, and it felt like then that it was going to be tough. So Phil made his decision.
Scott, did you ever see somebody?
Kind of helpless feeling on the court. Could you ever remember ever feeling so helpless on the court?
No, not really. I mean, we wasn't feeling sorry for ourselves. We just continued to play. We realized that we had to continue to play through it. I mean, it wasn't going to get any better if we felt sorry for ourselves.
Has this rattled a few cages perhaps in here after this?
Well, this just woke us up and let us realize that we're going to go on the road now and win a game.
What impressed you most about the Cavaliers?
Well, they came at us. I mean, nothing that they did any different from game one. We just should have been a little bit more ready for them to come at us. And they came at us a lot more offensively. I thought if we played the way we played in game one, we could have stayed in the game.
Mr. Pippen will have to step up and make some shots if the Bulls are going to take this series, and all they have to do is win 2 home games. It doesn't seem that demanding. The incredible thing, in my assessment, in the whole series, was that the Bulls could stand by and allow Michael Jordan to be racked around by the bench warmer Danny Ferry. Looking like robots, where's the heart, the fire, and the intensity to protect your star player? Actually, I think, maybe most important thing in the series, Phil Jackson has to kick some rear end. Send somebody out to deliver a message, hard foul, something like that. And again, Mr. Scottie Pippen, stop crying, step up, and take the important shots. The long-suffering fans of Cleveland, we pity them. Congratulations to Jimmy Waite, the Chicago Blackhawks' new goalie coach, former Blackhawk goaltender himself. We wish him the best. See you next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.